There's been a shootout in Gurgaon's MG Road. A murder accused was shot at near Gurgaon's Central Mall. The murder accused, we are told, was in a super luxury sports utility vehicle, and there you see pictures of that shootout. That's a still, and this car then had collided with an auto rickshaw. Let me quickly get in India Today's Atir Khan for more on this. Atir, what more can you tell us? Who was the accused? Who fired at them?
Well, Gaurav, this is a shocking broad daylight incident, and it has happened during the office hours. What we know so far is that there were some assailants who were seated in a Santro car, which had UP registration number. And when they saw this SUV vehicle approaching them, they started firing at this vehicle, following which the SUV driver lost control and hit the driver, and it collided with a TSR auto rickshaw, which was on the other side of the road. So that auto rickshaw has also been damaged. As of now, we do not know the identity of the persons, but the police officers have reached the spot. They have taken the injured to the nearby hospital.
Atir, now information that seems to be filtering in indicates that the owner of the SUV is from the Hayatpur village in Gurgaon. He was coming to a court in Gurgaon, and there was some court hearing for which he was coming. As his SUV neared the Central Mall on the MG Road in Gurgaon, people in a Santro that you were talking about, they fired at him. The driver was injured. Three who were in an auto, there were three people who were in an auto rickshaw. They were, of course, injured in this, and they've been taken to the hospital. Do we know who was the occupant of this SUV that collided? What was the court case? The condition of the injured, especially those who were in the auto, because the accident looks very bad. It looks very serious.
Well, that's right. You know, it is a very shocking incident, and it has also created sort of panic in the area. But as of now, the police officers, they say their priority is to rush the injured to the hospital, and they are trying to take out the details of the criminal background which was happening. And since one of the injured is an accused, they are trying to find out what was this case in which he was going to give testimony, and the hearing was supposed to take place. But the details of the case and involvement are yet to be known. Gaurav?
Okay, and we still do not know about the condition of the people who were in the auto rickshaw. Apparently there was one driver and three others, and they were just crossing, and the reports seem to indicate that there were multiple shots that were fired by those in that Santro car at this SUV, and that is why this accident took place. And not just those in the auto rickshaw, but even those in this SUV, they were seriously injured according to police sources, Atir.
Well, that's right. The people in the SUV, that's now clear, were the target, and they were fired at several times by the assailants who were in the Santro car, and they managed to flee. Now, those injured in the auto rickshaw was by accident, because the SUV lost control, and perhaps the driver was also shot in the attack, and then after the SUV lost control, it hit the divider, and then across the road there was a TSR which was there, and it has collided with it, and that's why the injuries to the people who were in the TSR. What we know is that the SUV inmates are the people who were in the SUV are seriously injured.
Okay.
But there's no confirmation about the number actually of people in the TSR and what is their condition.